Welcome to Mind Mingle Podcast, Babar. How are you?
I am okay, thank you. And how are you?
I'm doing absolutely great. And I'm so happy to have you with us. A 9-year-old teacher who became a principal, which is so amazing to and which very hard to believe. So, from Murshidabad to TED Fellow, and from BBC to CNN to your story being taught in countries like Luxembourg. Amazing story. So हम सब चीज़ों के बारे में एक एक करके धीरे धीरे बात करेंगे. So I would like to start with from the very beginning. So so your story starts when you were just 9-year-old and you started a school, and in 9-year-old I remember almost all of us, we try to teach because we go to school and we mimic those teaching at home with our siblings, with our parents, with other people. But that is just mimicking, and we play becoming a teacher. So, but you did not just play; you really became a teacher. So why? How is that possible? A 9-year-old became so mature that wanted to really teach. What really happened?
So, at first, my sincere thanks to Mind Mingle for this opportunity. And with Mind Mingle, I have the long association that is more than 10 years.
Yeah, it's been 11 years
You
now.
know that you invited me in Delhi for a conference. Then there was lots of several conferences I attended through Mind Mingle. However, you already mentioned about Murshidabad. It is 200 kilometers from Kolkata. So the village where I am from, and more than 22 years back when I started my school in the year of 2002. So that time the situation was different. Because of my father, I was able to get education from 10 kilometers far away school.
Okay.
But you see...
So did Murshidabad, Murshidabad, inside the Murshidabad only you used to go 10 kilometers?
Murshidabad is
it's
a
very
big
big,
district,
yes.
But the village, I already mentioned you. So my father, because of him, I was able to get education. And he admitted me 10 kilometers far away school. So after returning from my own school, that was Beldanga Kashim Bazar Raj Govinda Sundari Vidyapit, in the afternoon itself, because morning I was a student. So I saw the children like my age, they are unable to attend school. Even their parents, they didn't show interest to send them any school. Better to say they were engaged themselves with different works. They were collecting garbage as a rag picker. They were working in the houses, shops. So like that, they were grazing cattle. So I felt sorry for them. So if you ask me that in that tender age, how it was possible, the two things. That was love, that was love and realization. So if you ask me that what was love, that was love to teach others. That whatever I am learning, whenever in that time, that a 9-year-old boy, they were interested in playing. So for myself to teach others whatever I am learning, that was
Your enjoyment.
my passion. Yes. And then gradually I realized that I myself getting education even after 10 kilometers far away school. But if I can do something for others. So these two things helps me to start my mission. Later it was named, Bengali name is Anando Shiksha Niketan, the home of joyful learning. So it was and you see, you rightly said that in that age, whenever being an educator, we are observing that the students in that age, they are playing but for myself, that was not just a play. Lots of determination and dream was associated. So this long 22 years of long journey can prove that it was not just a game. There was the dream and determination.
So looking back, like say now you are 30 plus, right? So looking back, it all seems okay. It all seems connected, that of course you wanted to do it and you did it. So that's why you have been able to achieve whatever you could do today. But I'm just still thinking about it at that age, becoming so mature And also the kind of support probably your parents gave you at that time, because if somebody is saying that I want to teach at that age, parent will think it is my child wants to play only, right? And how did they believe you that you were serious about teaching, it was not just play?
Yes, very good question. Like others' parents, initially my mother, when she came to know that I am doing this work every day after returning from my own school, I am teaching others in a village garden. So she came forward to support me. Initially, my father, he had an ambition to see me as an IAS officer, though both of them were literally they were the uneducated person or the school dropout, but they were very much interested about education.
Yeah.
So my father, he thought that if I can share my, I already mentioned my mother was the first person who came forward to support me, but my father had mixed feelings that if I can share my own lessons every day, maybe my own education will be hampered. So he warned me not to continue this work. So in that age, what I did, I gathered those children at a nearby village jungle because of the fear of my father.
Okay,
Again,
on your own.
Again, my father came to know. He asked my mother that where is he now? He should study.
He is cheating. He's
So
teaching in jungle.
then again he came to know that I am doing the same thing. Then one day he asked a retired degree college principal. He was very close to my father because he is our family friend. It's like that my son is doing this work. He's not listening me. So what I should do? So from that principal, college principal, the two things came that your son is doing a good work.
Okay.
So if he can do good for the society, God will help him. So you know the philosophy of India, the highest philosophy is Vidya Danam Shrestha Danam. That is the one thing. That tender is I came to know. Then second thing is, if I can share my lessons with others, I can learn better. That is
you
exchange
can,
of
revision.
knowledge. Not only revision, exchange of knowledge, practical knowledge.
Yes.
Practical knowledge. You will gain lots of experience also.
Absolutely correct.
So these two things convinced my father also. And I am fortunate enough, though in that terms they are not educated person, but they realize the meaning of education. So they came forward to support me. And then I decided to inaugurate my school. I already mentioned my school name.
How old were you that time?
Ananda Shiksha Niketan. I am coming to this point. So that time in our state, our academic session was May to April. Now in our state, academic session is January to December.
Okay.
So I got the full support from my parents. Then I decided to inaugurate my school after my 5th standard annual examination. I was just 10 years old and it was the month of April in the year of 2003. I collected sari from my mother and the village woman, made a canopy and hired a microphone with 30 rupees.
Wow.
I collected donation from that principal and others, and we raised around 100 rupees to conduct that function, and we performed a drama recitation, and then he inaugurated our school. And later I came to know that every school has its own name. Then I asked him that what should be the suitable name for our institution. So throughout his observation, our school is under the open sky. I started under a guava tree in our family backyard. So his suggestion was, your school name should be Ananda Shiksha Niketan, the home of joyful learning, because students are taking their classes in joyful atmosphere.
Yes.
So it became Ananda Shiksha Niketan.
Beautiful. And it is so fortunate that you had those people with you who supported you at that age. And then at 10 you started at school. So was this now registered school by that time, or when was this registered as an organization?
Yes, that time definitely it was an informal school.
Okay.
Afternoon school.
Yeah.
But you know that at first one of my school teacher, Mrs. Boyjanti Tewari, she noticed that every day I was asking for broken chalk from her after my class. So out of curiosity, she asked my classmates that why he is asking for broken chalk every day. Is he writing something in the blackboard or school premises? Then my friend's reply was, no, madam. He is using those broken chalk and he started his school. Every day afternoon after returning from school, he is teaching his village children. And she was so happy and she was so happy to know this, know about my school, and she came forward with a full box of chalk. Then with the help of another teacher, she gave the news to the local news, journalist.
Yeah. Okay.
That is one of the leading topmost,
Journalist there.
not journalist, newspaper.
Oh,
Newspaper.
Nice.
Bengali leading newspaper, very old newspaper it
Very
is.
nice.
So then they discovered me. They published my news that headmaster age is like this, school is growing like anything. It was very praiseworthy.
And how many students were there
And
at
that time from 8, I started with 8 students. My sister was my first student.
Oh, nice.
And from 8, it became around 50.
Wow.
Around 50.
In a
that,
year?
Yeah. Around 50 that time. So they came to know and they published my news. And gradually the administration and others peoples, they came to know. I'm just sharing you all the positive stories. So whenever you are coming with the legal issues, I just mention you one more story. So I was just 7 or 8 standard student. My father, because I already mentioned, his ambition was to see me as an IAS officer.
Yeah.
So he only, whenever he was coming out from the house, he showed me the government offices. That this is the district magistrate office. This is block development office.
This is where you have to go after studying
He
hard.
just, because I started with one word called experience also. Whenever you will traveling, you will meeting with the peoples, you can experience a lot. So he only took me here and there, and then I came to know about the government offices in that age itself. So I wrote an application to the block development officer to provide the books and everything. So one day during my tiffin period, I went to the block development officer's office. And before that, I went to the local panchayat. And the pradhan was so supportive. She told me that I was 10, 11 years old, or hardly 12 years, that I have not book, but I can recommend your application. You can meet with the block development officer. So I went to block development officer office. Somehow, you see, in that tender age, maybe many people accepted, many people not accepted, discouraged. So I got a suggestion that you should concentrate on your studies. So I became a bit disappointed to hear that I am not getting the books from the office. Then I thought that I should meet with the district magistrate. So I just informed to my mother that I will go to the district magistrate office. I didn't inform to my father because I went after my tiffin period because he may scold me. So along with my school uniform and
Such a
bag,
courageous child you were.
I went to the 25 kilometers to meet with the district magistrate. So I gave him a slip, Babar Ali, headmaster, Ananda Shiksha Niketan.
Wow.
And he thought that headmaster means a
headmaster means
senior
headmaster.
person and a busy person, and he always giving respect to the teachers. So he thought that at first called to the headmaster. So I entered his chamber, additional district magistrate, Mr. Jivan Krishna Sadhu Khan. And then he told that I called to the headmaster.
Who is this
he?
child?
Who is he? Then I, with folded hand, I told, sir, I am the right person. Morning I am the student. Afternoon I became the
Headmaster,
teacher or headmaster for the other students. And I just shared my story. And definitely it also made him surprise, gave him surprise. He told that, okay, I will help you. Next day he sent the sub-divisional magistrate a surprise visit. And he was so happy to know about my institution. And later on what I did, every school has its own managing committee management. That I came to know from our school book list. That the beginning of the school book list, they are mentioning about the managing committee. And I know that to grow up our institution, I should bring the good peoples and the positive peoples who can help me with my mission.
Yeah.
Then I requested the subdivisional magistrate in that age only, Mr. Shobuj Baron Sarkar, to become the president of our school managing committee.
Nice.
So I was
Who was he?
Shobuj Baron Sarkar, subdivisional magistrate.
Subdivision. Okay, SDM.
So he is the first president of our school managing committee. So you know that gradually people came to know, and though it was not the recognized institution, but definitely as an exceptional work, local administration came forward to support me, and the certificate and others were valid.
Wow.
And so it was like that, and gradually every year I was getting promotion in one class. I was adding one class in my school.
Wow.
And simultaneously I was maintaining everything: student, teacher, headmaster.
And you were able to study also?
Yes, and as an organizer I was doing all these
So were you not
things.
facing difficulties at your school as a student? Because managing a school, looking after so many children, teaching them, being responsible for them, and at the same time you have to also worry about your education, because usually after school you pay attention to your study, homework, etc. So how were you doing your homework?
Yes. So the simple answer is utilization of time. So if we can utilize our time properly, we can manage everything. So I experienced all these things and I managed everything because I utilized my time properly. And not only that, it also gives me lots of experience. You see, our like in history, the contents looks like same. 8 standard, 9, 10th till master degree. 8 standard, maybe the contents is small, and master degree, maybe it is elaborately they have mentioned. So whenever you are going to exchange your knowledge with others, definitely you can learn more. That I started with this word. So the simple answer is utilization of time. So being a student that time, I utilized my time properly. It only helped me. And you love determination, dedication, and utilization of time.
Do
Discipline.
you recall anything else that has made you so mature at that time? I mean, was it you were like that by default, or was it something else also in your life which was shaping you as a strong man at that age? Because everything that you're telling me sounds like a very good story, right? But as real, if I think, like that child has to be so courageous to be able to think and decide and actually go to a DM in a district, ask for help. People do not even write real applications. At that age, we only write fake applications in this school, right? To the DM or any officer. But you actually went there, met him. And so was there anything else also which was shaping you as a strong man that time?
You see, nothing came incidentally. And there is no story behind of this. No particular reason. But whatever I can say you, the responsibility. Whatever responsibility I had taken, I had done with patience, love, and with discipline.
Yeah.
Okay, the responsibility and seriousness. Lots of seriousness was associated.
So you must be that.
Nobody told me, nobody taught me that
So
you
you were a
should
gifted
do.
child actually.
Because on the other hand, I told you that I want to share the positive story. On the other hand, lots of ill-motivated peoples, lots of jealousy, discouragement.
Yes. People must have made fun of you also. That
not only fun,
such a small child trying to be a headmaster.
Not only fun. I mean, they can spoil any peoples by harassing or discouragement, ill-motivated people, jealous people, biased people, different. I mean, visible or invisible forces I have handled. Not only I just maintain my as a student, as a teacher, as a headmaster, as an organizer. Apart from that, I also fought against lots of visible and invisible forces. Problems I have faced from the beginning. And I must share one more story. Then you know that to get the stationaries, books, of course, district administration came forward to support. But before that, I skipped one story. The local Ramakrishna mission that is 3 kilometers from my house. So one idea came in my mind, because when I was in primary school, Ramakrishna mission provided us with school uniform and stationaries.
Yeah.
Even I appeared for admission test, and not only that, in the year of 2000s, when we were affected by flood, they were the first organization who came forward with food and other reliefs. So the one thing came in my mind, and I heard that they are doing lots of philanthropic work. That some beliefs came in my heart, in my mind, that I should meet with the monk, headmaster monk. Usually, monks are becoming the headmaster there. So one day afternoon, I, along with my students, that is 3 kilometers, and I was 10 years old, met with the headmaster monk, Swami Gyanalokananda ji, shared my story. And obviously, he was amazed to know that is he a real thing? And he asked me that, what is your expectation from my side? Then I told that, Swamiji, my expectation is if you provide the books or uniform that you did for us in our primary school. So he promised me that at first I want to visit your school.
Whether it is real or not.
Next day he did that, and he came forward to support me. And that day he gave me a book of Swami Vivekananda and advised me to read that book at least 5 minutes in a day.
Yeah,
So from that book, the incident of Swami Vivekananda, the messages, I started, reading. Not only that, I frequently visiting Ramakrishna mission. All those things helps me to bring the discipline and the seriousness, the gravity of work, all those things. And so what I can share, there are numerous stories are associated in my life, lots of odds and adversities, and lots of problems. What kind of problems I have faced, even you cannot imagine. I am sorry to say, from that area, and how much problem I have faced just to do a good work. So nowadays, when I crossed 30, and not all, even before that also, everywhere I love to say that this is not just a school, because you will get a good number of school and colleges in this world.
Correct.
But I must say that I am not praising myself, but I must say that I am doing a revolution. And whenever you are doing any revolution, you must face different kind of challenges.
Yes.
So in that age itself, how much challenges I have faced, even whenever I am just seeing a student like 13 years, 14 years, 15 years, even the teenage college student, then even I am also unable to believe that did I had combat with all those odds and adversities. How it is possible?
Would you like to narrate any incident that you were saying? That
Many things. If I am going to share, you see, those are the very negative stories.
Just one negative story, which
So many things. So many things are there. I can use lots of conspiracy, because they were even the top educated peoples, educated, not only the common peoples, educated peoples, religious biased peoples, from administration, from
so what did they do to
politician.
stop you?
They became so jealous that a college student, a school student.
So they were jealous because you were getting popular there?
I don't think so, but I don't know. But apart from that, without our help, he is doing so many things, and so many things in these villages, and he is exploring all these things. It only, and without our help, and there he is not not asking us anything. The complexity, what I can say, that is called complexity. So there are lots of incidents were there, but you see, whenever through this podcast, experienced peoples, they can also face other challenges. They can understand from that blaze, and not only that, many religious biased people, regressive mindset peoples, and from political peoples, administrative peoples. Many of them became a threat in my work. But whenever you can follow your passion with patience, love, determination, and dedication,
You will find ways.
I hope you can achieve everything. So
Absolutely, I
yes, so patience is the most important thing, and love, and believe in yourself that you can do anything.
Super.
So all those things only help me to grow. I heard about from you only that you visited Shantiniketan.
Yes, yes.
So when I was 8th standard, my first public speech was there itself.
Oh,
Nobel laureate Amartya Sen,
wow.
his Protiji Trust invited me. And that time, the then Education Minister, Health and Family Welfare Minister, Finance Minister.
So you spoke at Vishwabharati University or
Not Vishwabharati
Rajbhavan?
University. It was Protiji India Trust. That is
Okay,
Nobel laureate Amartya Sen
Yeah.
Trust. That was my first public
in the
speech in front of the ministers
Wow.
and others educators. So that was the first meeting I had done.
Beautiful.
And simultaneously, all these works, every year I was getting promotion in my class. And one more story I am just going to share with you.
Yes, yes.
Since your organization is working with the educators mainly for them and being an administrator, school administrator. One more thing that for the account purpose, we have to create a school bank account. But you know that no bank was ready to open the account since I was a minor headmaster. They told that there is no provision.
Yeah.
Then what I did, I went to Nationalized Bank. If you allow me, I can take their name. If you allow
Yeah,
me.
you can take anybody's name.
That was United Bank of India, now Punjab National Bank. So I, then others bank were refused. Then they sent my application along with the newspaper articles.
Okay.
Because that time so many media published about me. They sent and that application to their head office. That one boy in this age, he is the headmaster, he is doing this, that. And it was recommended by the sub-divisional magistrate, Mr. Shobuj Baran sir, that we have to open their bank account. And obviously, I think this is also one of the history, world history, that a minor headmaster of 14 years is operating bank account of his own institution.
Wow.
So and not only that time I requested them to open the bank account of our school students also and parents. So they did there. They did a account opening camp, zero balance account opening camp. Just before my 7 days before of my 10th standard final board exam.
They made a special provision for you. Wow.
They did. And and you know that before examination, many people discouraged me. He is not going to get the good marks. I don't know. Lots of fun.
And did you get good marks?
Even from my teachers also. I don't know whether I got the good marks, but after my 10th standard examination, our former chief minister, Shri Buddhadev Bhattacharya, he felicited me in the state secretariat after my board examination, chief minister. That day, lots of journalists came and my story as well as my result, everything got published. Better to say in worldwide because
So when did that BBC happen?
So I am just chronologically I am just saying. So that was after Chief Minister Shri Buddhadev Bhattacharya. Then I was after his felicitation, my story reaches in different parts of our country. Then CNN, IBN, they selected me as a real hero. After CNN, IBN, BBC came. And BBC declared me as the youngest headmaster in the world.
Yes.
I was in 11th standard student that time. And then after BBC, NDTV.
After BBC it became very popular, right? BBC was the biggest, very big.
And then I became TED Fellow, all these things. And simultaneously, still now it is going on.
Okay. So now also tell me, so of course TED is very popular and in India many people flaunt their TEDx talk, right? And most of them do not understand the difference between TED and TEDx, right? So Babar has been to TED Global Fellow. So what is the difference? Have you must have spoken to TEDx event also, right? Right? You've spoken to TEDx
Yes,
event
yes,
also.
yes, yes.
Okay, so since you have been to both platforms and first you went to the TED Global, what is the difference? Do you see any difference in those conferences?
You see, I became TED fellow when I was 16 years old.
How was that experience?
Yeah, even tomorrow I am going to meet with that madam, Mrs. Lakshmi Prachauri. She is the person, she is one of
nominated
my
you?
mentors now. She is the person who brought this famous world platform TED Talks in India that time.
Oh,
Usually it is happening in US and
Yeah,
Canada.
Vancouver and
She is the founder of Inc. also. And
Oh,
so,
she's the founder of Inc.
Inc. Yes.
Okay,
So
okay.
she
INK.
called me that that I am calling from TED, and he was selected as a TED fellow. I didn't know what is TED, and they invited me. You have to come in Mysore. I didn't know where I am going, for what purpose. I just simply went, and to when I reached in the Infosys campus, because that time it was happening in, and
Okay.
it gives me a nice experience. That lots of foreign delegates, big thinkers. TED means you know everything. Then I was not ready to talk. But then the curator of TED, Mr. Chris Anderson, he told that tomorrow we will take your interview in the TED stage, main stage. That was my first speech, and speech means interview. And unfortunately, that time I was unable to speak in English. So one of the delegate from Bangladesh, he was also the TED fellow. He is also the TED fellow.
Okay.
He translated my speech in English, and it was a nice memory. I got the standing ovation for my work. And then in the stage itself, I promised that next time I will deliver my speech in English. So I learned English through conversation over 1 year. Later, I also delivered my speech. And though I did my English honors, graduation in English honors, master degree in English history, and teacher's training degree, all those things. The thing is, TED is a global platform, and you know that many people are scattered here and there,
Yeah.
who have also their ideas also, but sometimes they are unable to reach in that mark. So they created some platform that they should also share their stories. It's okay.
Yeah. Main event cannot be everywhere. So of course, this
in
small
that
events are
aspect,
there.
it is okay. But definitely there is the huge difference.
Yeah. Quality. That's why I was asking.
Not only the quality, there is the huge difference.
In what all sense?
Huge difference means whenever these global conferences are happening in the TED, I mean, diverse background of people are coming there, and they are, and not only that, they are maintaining all kinds of protocols. And
The way they curate also the talk is beautiful.
Yes, the selection of speakers, everything. And on the other hand, TEDx also, you see the local heroes, peoples who are also doing lots of good things, their ideas. It also the all and the untold stories also.
Yes.
We should, many people also wants to listen.
Some TEDx events are also very nice.
Yes, definitely, and not only that, but whenever peoples are organizing to bring the peoples who have their own ideas, then we are appreciating all these things.
And Ink Talks.
Yes, Ink Talks. Talks is also Ink Talks also very nice. They then Mrs. Prachauri, and I was also the Word fellow also. Word magazine WIRAD.
Okay.
Yes.
So all of this happened. So when the BBC happened and then TED happened to you, right? And what happens usually when you get a lot of popularity at that age, so you start getting distractions because it's very easy to get distracted when you have a lot of attention from all over the world, right? So how did you manage that? Did you ever feel like I am the hero, I can do anything? Did you never feel it? At that time.
See, we know each other for 11 years.
But I want to know again. Because I know you have been very humble. I know you've been very grounded. But I want my audience to also know how you managed that.
My work is my identity. I always believe that this recognition will come.
Yeah.
But the work that I am doing and my ideology, I should maintain. My ideology. I know that to hold this name and fame is not to gain name and fame is sometimes easy, but to hold the name and fame is difficult.
Yes.
But in that is my discipline, my ideology, simple living, high thinking. I am not praising myself, but I believe all these things. And the peoples like you who are helping me since my childhood, I am grateful to them. Because without their support, I never become Babar Ali. Still now, peoples are inviting me. And apart from that, I am also spreading my message, education for all with equal opportunity. I don't want to waste time. I want to utilize my time. I already started with utilizing. And whenever I need some support, people's like you are only supporting me. There is one thing is there. Bhakt hai to Bhagavan hai. So people's like you are supporting me. That's why I am Babar Ali.
Yeah.
I am not comparing anything, but I am just giving an example.
Yes.
So, and
भक्त है तो भगवान है.
I am not comparing with that sentence. That is another
I get it,
thing.
I get
But
it,
the
I get it.
people's like you
जी.
are helping me. That's
Yeah,
why I am Babar Ali. Without you, people like you, I think it was not possible for me.
Yeah, it is always like you.
Yes.
They say.
So I must say you that I want to be the same Babar Ali that I was
No matter how high you
22
reach.
years before,
Yes.
right now and in future also. So my work, ideology and the discipline, all these things will help me, and the same mission and vision itself.
And how is your school doing now? Like currently, it must have grown into a full-fledged school. So till what classes the school is? How is it currently doing? How many students are there? What specials do you do there?
Yes. So the school that I started under a guava tree, now it became a very big institution in such a remote area. And we have the good infrastructure, digital learning, computer learning, library, everything. And apart from that, you know that nowadays there is the scarcity of job, employment issue. So we introduce skill-based learning. And apart from that, education is not only the bookish knowledge, not only the pack of information, but it is human making. So how it is possible, the human making education? For that, personality development, value-based education, holistic education, these are also very much necessary.
Yes.
So since I am a follower of Swami Vivekananda, and we have created the personality development classes that will give the values for our students. So all these things we have brought in our institution in Ananda Shiksha Niketan. And now I have the big dream, that is education for all with equal opportunity. Because I want to work for the children wherever still now education is necessary, as well as quality education, skill-based learning, and the value-based learning. And practical knowledge, all this, and the holistic
Would you like to share
approach.
some practices? How do you encourage value-based education at your
Yes,
institute?
not only for my students, not only my students, wherever I am going, I am getting an opportunity to meet with the young minds, students. I am just sharing my stories and my life, how everything became happened, and why value-based education is necessary nowadays. You know that I am doing my work, and if I meet millions of students, even few of them can inculcate the values in their minds, and they can come forward for the betterment of society. Then I think my speech or my work, whatever you can say, will be successful. Because I am traveling here and there, not just for my name or fame, but if I can bring the like-minded peoples. So not only for our students, wherever I am getting opportunity, I am sharing that education is not only the bookish knowledge, not only the
My question is, what do you do in
what
your
do you
school?
do?
How do you teach them value education?
So there is
there any specific thing that
the
you do?
class,
Yeah.
personality development class every week. So we are teaching different things. Basically, Swami Vivekananda's philosophy, and not only that, other great philosophers, great peoples, and the real life stories, all those things. We are, showing them. We are inspiring them. It is helping them.
And why are you Swami Vivekananda's follower? What is one thing that inspired you about him or you liked
Yes,
about
since
him?
my childhood, that I already shared, that book
Yeah,
itself,
book story.
and there is a quotation, service to man is service to God. It inspired me a lot. Then I realized that message. And another thing, that we must leave a mark on the soil in this earth. This thing. And whenever I was pursuing my dream, and I was getting odds and adversities, the patience, the word called. So there was a quotation. Go on bravely. Do not expect success in a day or year. Always hold on to the highest. Be steady. Avoid jealousy and selfishness. Be obedient. Be eternally faithful to the cause of truth, humanity, and your country, and you will move the world. It also came from Swami Vivekananda. And I am working for the children. That is education for all with equal opportunity. So how it is possible? There is also a quotation. If the mountain does not come to Muhammad, Muhammad must go to the mountain. It means if the poor cannot come to the education, you must go them. You must reach their door.
Yes.
Okay. And from him, there was another quotation was that educate and raise the masses, and thus alone a nation is possible. And whenever you are coming into the odds and adversities, that book that I have received in my tender age, Sabar Shamiji, Sabka Shamiji, उसी book में लिखा था, there was a story that Swami Vivekananda went to Varanasi for a pilgrimage, and some monkey attacked him. So he about to come back because of those monkeys. So one of the senior monk told that, don't come back. You just encounter with those monkeys. So why? Because whenever you will get the evil forces, difficult situation in your life, don't come out. You just encounter, you just face those problems, then you can achieve. So in my life also, I have faced different kind of challenges. And I never come out from those. I never bored. Patience and my boldness, it helped me to, to encounter all those problems and to win from all those, from
See,
all the odds and
listening to
adversities.
this sounds very easy.
Yes.
That saying it is very easy.
Yes.
That one should just persevere and not give up on the dreams or whatever the mission they have. So it's very easy to say, but the fact is that most people can't do it. When they see hurdles or discouragement or criticism, they can't handle it. So they just give up and they think that probably I should not do it, and maybe this is not the right time, or maybe I'm not doing it right, and their own belief starts to shake. So what is your one message for the youth, that if you believe in your idea, you must continue it even if there are hurdles?
Yes, very good question. Before that, 1 ounce of practical is much weightier than a ton of theories. Okay,
IMT, yes.
that is one thing. So the same message, you see, you have to, understand what is the meaning of life. So the same message, follow your passion with patience, love, determination, and dedication, and believe in yourself that you can do anything. This is the most important thing. Love and patience. This only can help you to achieve your goal. In my life also, you see, nowadays, whenever you are asking me all these questions, and in different places also, the thing is, I realize that now I am convinced that nothing can stand against firm determination, firm conviction, and firm will.
You just have to stay and keep doing it.
Yes, the only things in your heart is courage, purity, honesty, and above all, love. You know, love can conquer everything.
I totally believe
So
it.
since my childhood, I heard the call of love in the core of my heart. And I proceed and I ultimately succeed. So the realization and implementation. Many great peoples. I just told about Swami Vivekananda. All the great peoples, they left the significant message for us. Most important thing is realization and implementation. We only can change ourselves with these great messages.
Beautiful.
So, I mean, we should start. We should start. This is the important thing.
Superb. I would also like to know about your story is being taught in so many different curriculum in our country itself, in multiple states, and also in couple of countries outside India, right? So I want to know where all your stories is being studied and how did that happen?
Yes. So at first, my story is in Karnataka Junior College English syllabus. They are calling
11th class.
Pre-university course.
Okay.
There is a very big chapter for last 13 years.
Okay, last 13 years.
Yes, and very big chapter and significant number of questions are coming in the annual examination there.
So I would like to tell my audience that the guest that we have today, इनकी स्टोरी से 10 नंबर का क्वेश्चन आता है इन कर्नाटका स्कूल्स.
Around 10 marks, yes.
Around 10 marks, yeah, I
Yes,
know.
around 10 marks. And not only that, they are significantly, I am very much connected with the teachers and students in Karnataka. And I always love to say that it became my second home itself because I have that much feelings and connection with them. Apart from that, CBSE 10th standard English main course book, there is a chapter called West Bengal Boys World's Youngest Headmaster. ICSE का जो सिलेबस है वो तो दूसरा कोई पब्लिकेशन में आती है तो वहाँ का 6th स्टैंडर्ड में है. बाबर अली एंड इंस्पिरेशन. Different independent institution, like last time also you gave me a book from an institution, reputed institution here. That is from my and others publication in my state.
Yeah.
Apart from that, in different countries, so far I have received numerous letters from US, Morocco, Argentina, Luxembourg, UK, and others countries. I mean, because Oxford University Press, Cambridge University Press, Encyclopedia Britannica, in those publication also shared my story in different books. So people came to, and they are so curious to know that how you did all these things. Even the senior student in many countries, senior students also, they are 50, 60, 70 years old because they have their language learning course. And they keep writing me, their teachers and everyone, they keep writing me. So these things makes me happy that in my life itself, I observe all those things. And not only that, the good things are many like-minded peoples and the young generation are interested to become the teacher, to become the good things. So it also giving me the extra happiness.
Yeah. So I was saying that this podcast is not just for school leaders or maybe leaders basically, but also for students because they might get 10 marks after watching this episode because the story is here. The Babar Ali's story is here. Okay. I want to know your view because you keep traveling, you travel a lot. Your stories are studied in many curriculum and many school, of course, in different countries too. And you get to see schools also. And you also have a political view, right? So we will also talk about politics with you. And before that, I want to know your view on the gaps in education in India. So how do you see overall education, especially the government education, because you talk about people. And so how do you see what is the gap and how is the current state of education in India? What can be done to improve it?
Yes. So you see, during COVID time, many institutions in the cities, they were able to conduct the online classes. Though I am not going to speak about online education, but the school like us, the students, they were totally detached from education. So there was a huge gap between the city students and the rural students. Huge gap there was.
Yeah.
And when again we reconducted our classes, we see that students, they are about to forget everything, whatever they have learned, because there was 2 years gap during COVID time. Not only the COVID time, nowadays there is no detention. So students, sometimes they are unable to read or write.
Yeah.
But every year, if once their name is enrolled, you are bound to give them the promotion.
Yes.
Maybe enrollment is high nowadays, but the quality of education is not up to the mark. For that, passionate teachers, again the lab. If we can take care of those students, passionate teachers, the policy makers, they should also understand that what we should do. And this is the collective work. The society, policy makers, teachers, and parents and others. If we can work together, then only we can do a better performance. We cannot say that up to that mark, but a better performance. But nowadays, since I am also in this field and I am working in the rural field, and so better to say that is the education system and the quality of education is not up to that mark. So we are just giving it looks like that sometimes we are giving them the certificate only.
Yeah. And it's actually
For that passionate teacher, patience and passionate teacher, patience again. That you see teaching.
But there is no enough teacher training also. There is that gap also, I see.
Even there is the teacher training gap. You see, we should realize why we are appointed as a teacher, what is our duties, the passion, and the passion is the most important thing.
But that is a very big problem, because not everybody is that passionate, and irrespective of this profession, let's say a teacher, any profession you talk about. So most people are unhappy about their jobs.
That's why I spoke about value-based education. That we should start from the beginning. Simply those bookish knowledge, definitely bookish knowledge will help us to gain knowledge, to learn more things. But that's why the value-based education is very, very much necessary nowadays.
So you connect with yourself.
What is my duty? Yes, what is my duties?
Yes, what are my duties? Yes,
Whenever we are, what is my duties and everything. So the simple answer, sir, you see, you cannot give the permanent solution for anything, but throughout our experience, we should be more passionate and dedicated to our service. This is with love.
But how does one really find the passion? Because again, it is very easy to say, because everybody says it, and it is not a secret now.
He should. If he is not passionate, this is my personal belief. He should not come just only for the money in the teaching job, because teachers are this is the man making job, what I can, or human making job, I cannot say. They are the backbone, one of the backbone of our society. That kind of mindset you should grow in your mind. That kind of mindset you have to grow in your life. That I am a teacher. What is my
And this is not a random job. It's a very responsible.
Yes, I must say you. This is my personal belief. I am not criticizing
I totally
any other.
agree with
But this is, I must say you. For our livelihood, money is necessary. But if money is only ultimately, if it is going to be our ultimate need, then nothing will happen.
If an engineer is not passionate, it is okay.
Every job is right. Every job has their own honesty, but teaching job is the passion.
Yeah, that's what I'm there. Exactly, it is where
passion,
I was coming.
Only passion can help.
Because
and love.
Yeah, because those, let's say, if engineer is not that passionate, it will not harm anybody.
And love also equally.
Yes.
This is for the teachers. Equally.
For the teachers, it is important.
Equally.
Yeah, love and passion.
On the other hand, parents, students, they should respect their teachers. That is the personal bonding. Teacher means friend, philosopher, and guide.
Yeah.
In true sense, we should maintain that relation. Policy maker, they should create the environment to give the highest sacrifice in the institution. That is also very much necessary.
How much do you support use of technology in education?
You see, very less.
Do I get you another tea? Because it is cold already.
No, this is okay.
You sure?
Yes. In my area, in my school, and we introduce them the computer learning, digital learning, library, everything. You know that sometimes it is dream to give hand in computer keyboard to them.
Yeah.
So in that respect, we are much advanced in that area.
Correct.
They are learning computer. They are conducting their classes through digital medium, personality development class and others.
And also we should know that most of the India is like that only.
Yes,
Very
yes,
backward.
Yes.
Sitting in a city like Delhi,
Yes.
we talk about big things, but we must remember that most of the India is just like
Yes,
Murshidabad.
yes.
Very small, not able to, students don't get access to much technology or good education.
And our former students, after their graduation, post-graduation and teachers training degree, they came back as the teacher.
That is an achievement.
Yes, they
That
came
is an
back,
achievement.
include my sister.
Yeah.
They came back as the teacher because they realized that we should
it's a
give
value-
back something.
Yeah.
And if you ask me that for the sustainability of our institution, it is also one of the model that we should, inspire to become the real teacher.
I always say this, like if a school can inspire their students to become teacher, which means it is a good school, because while studying they must have felt looking into the teacher's eye that I want to become like this person.
Yes.
And this is amazing because that school must have a good teacher and the student must have had good experience. Only then that student will come back to that school and contribute back.
Yes, and nothing is impossible, I must say. If you have the passion, patience and love, nothing is
you can do
impossible.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah. How does a Babar Ali's typical day look like? What do you do in a day?
Right now or when I was a student?
No, now. How does it
Now
look
you
like?
see, I am with my mission itself, traveling here and there, meeting with the peoples, inspiring them, working as a headmaster, working as an organizer, bringing more work in the field of education. So I totally dedicated myself 24/7 and in this field only and in this mission, that is education for all with equal opportunity.
Okay. And apart from school, are you also working on something else currently? Are you trying to do something else?
Something else means in the same field,
Same field, yeah.
in
Apart from
different,
school.
in the education field only. Now my big mission is education for all with equal opportunity. So peoples like you already came forward to support me. Now one of my mentor, Mr. Namadev Chillal, he also encouraged me a lot that you should do in the nationwide. So I am just focusing in this goal with my mission, vision and dedication. And not only that, I am trying to bring the younger generation in this movement. So I must say that I totally dedicated myself for my passion, that is education for all with equal opportunity across the country.
So what exactly are you doing with this mission? Are you
Yes, I am
reaching out to
doing
schools, organizations?
Yes. So if we can work together for the children who are still need education, as well as quality education, value-based education. So I am just gathering the like-minded peoples, younger generation. I am trying to find the places and trying to inspire others to join in this field. And
To open more schools? Is it what are you trying to
not only the more school, you see, I simply cannot manage everything, but I am inspiring others.
You're creating more change agents?
Yes, definitely, exactly. That is one of my biggest goal. Because that is one of the biggest goal. Maybe you see there are numerous schools also there, but if we can uplift them, the students with the value, and this is also very much necessary. So, and you know that if I already mentioned, if I meet lakhs of peoples, even them 10 peoples are inspired. That is also a good achievement.
Absolutely correct. Yeah. How do you see the current political state of our country? Like there is so much happening everywhere, whether it is Manipur, whether it is West Bengal, and just now in Kashmir. How do you see all of this happening? What is happening in West Bengal?
You see, this is what I can see. For this, lots of discussion is necessary. With this question, this is a big and serious question. For this, lots of things to be discussed. But what I must say you that India is a country that the values, ethics, brotherhood, universal acceptance. I am talking about Swami Vivekananda when he was addressed in Chicago. He spread the message of brotherhood, universal acceptance. That India is accepting all the religions. Unity and diversity is our beauty. Different religion, different culture. So, and not only that, India also gave the shelter to different peoples. So India is a great country. So
we accepted everybody.
In true sense, you see, definitely some in different things, different kinds of problems are happening. But we should maintain the same dignity and the same beauty that we are, that unity in diversity is the, I mean, beauty of our country. So in this word only, the answer is there in this word itself.
No, but this is how India has always been. This is like true India. But what is happening currently is not representing what you're saying. That's
it should not happen. It should not happen, all these things. You see, in the recent Kashmir incident, we strongly condemned on it. And the government must take the right decision to prevent this kind of, bad and unexpected incidents. Because we, the common peoples, always demand the security from the government. This is the one of the things.
Absolutely.
And on the other hand, the peoples of our country, they should realize that at first we are Indian. We have the different faiths, we are different religious.
Yeah, we might have any different,
but we are Indian.
Yeah, this is one thread which binds us all together.
First thing is that we are Indian.
Absolutely correct. Yes.
So we have to work together with the government also. To prevent these kinds of bad incidents. And India always giving the message of love. I started with the love, brotherhood, universal acceptance, these things. So definitely in our country, internally, though some problems are happening sometimes. But you see, though apart from those things, we must say that India is a great country, and here we are. What I can say you, it is very difficult for me to express that. Whenever I am traveling here and there, meeting with different peoples, then I can see that if we can travel India, we can travel across the globe. That I must
we
say.
have almost everything. Yeah.
So whatever incidents are happening, we must prevent.
Why I wanted to bring this, because I see it is also connected with education, because education's responsibility is not just giving academic knowledge. It is, as you said, making good human beings.
Proper education. That is proper education. Proper education.
Which includes everything.
And human making education.
Understand the importance of love, harmony, and you should be able to also understand what is fake, what is true, right? And what just happened in Kashmir, and then
wherever it is.
What bothers me is why normal people can't understand the intention of somebody outsider, let's say terrorist, trying to make you fight with other religion or maybe other caste or anything. And when they support them, they kind of support them, right? If you are, let's say, fighting with me because of my religion, because somebody else has said something to me, which means your thought is supporting his thought, right? This is what the terrorists wanted, to all of you fight all together, right? And if you're fighting, which means you're supporting terrorist mission. This is what I simply say. And why can't we simply understand this? That even if there is terrorism, we have to fight with them, not with each other. It is very simple to understand, but people don't get it.
Yes. So
this is sad.
So in internally, externally, different problems.
How easily politicians can...
India is growing. Economy, everything is growing. maybe everything is growing. So peoples of India, we will protect with all these evil forces, and in internally in different places, some incidents are happening or happened,
I mean, this
like
is
West
sad.
Bengal or others. You see, for that the same again the message what Swami Vivekananda told in that Chicago address that time. Universal acceptance,
Yes, yes.
brotherhood, love, these things only. So we are all Indian and we will work together. And you see there, and if you going to discuss elaborately, there is lots of things are there. But if we can love each other, and if we can realize that we are the Indian and we are for our country, and equally, so that everything we can prevent everything, that I believe.
If you become a prime minister, right? So, what major changes will you bring in your first year of power?
This is a very long term question, big question.
Yeah.
It will, you see.
I'm asking you why
Yeah,
I'll tell you why I'm asking you, because you are very, very determined. You are also very passion driven, and you think of people. You want to support people. You're also very in love with the country. So you want the country to grow, right? So with that kind of a heart, I want to know, since let's say, if imagine if you become a prime minister, what kind of changes this kind of person will bring, who is so honest, so passionate, and also into education and wants to help everyone, so especially the backward India. So what would you do?
Definitely peace, prosperity of our country.
What will you do to bring
Yes,
that?
many things. Many things we have to do, and it is not my the single job.
Yeah.
It is not my that kind of environment. I means we can create. That is one thing. In education sector, quality education to the students, to give them the livelihood based education, because this livelihood based education, and not only that, we should understand our country, that our country, its values, ethics, and not only that, you see, you are traveling in different countries, you are visiting different countries. Those countries are adapting our culture, our rich heritage. Huh. So we will promote all those things in the in our education sector. And others purpose, I must say, for the prosperity of our country, I will do I will take the highest my one job or decision, whatever you can say.
And if you have like unlimited resources to bring development and changes in education, let's say unlimited, somebody comes and tells you, Babar Ali, don't worry about anything. You get the money, all the resources that you need. What all changes are you going to bring in your school or maybe in education? What would you want to do?
Yes, definitely. Because a financial assistance also very much necessary.
It's
If
very important.
someone is interested to do, definitely I want to extend my institution.
Okay.
I want to establish more school, providing not only the free education, quality education, value-based education, and skill-based learning in different areas of our country with the same mission and vision.
Okay, so you will bring education to more people.
Yes.
Simply because education, of course, as we have been
Quality
talking
education,
about it,
value-based education, and skill-based learning.
and that will change everything.
Yes,
If
definitely.
education is right and if education is good, then
we
the
can
cities will be.
research so many things. You see, if you are giving one topic, we can write hundred of sentence, thousands of sentence research based. The ultimate thing is 1 ounce of practical is much weightier than a ton of theory.
Yes.
And we are talking about corruption. We are talking about this incident, that incident. Sometimes highly educated people are making these kinds of problems. Why? Because there is the scarcity of value-based education. I must say you. This dishonesty, that, all these things are happening. Because of that, I am emphasis on value-based education.
Okay. One thing that you kept repeating during our conversation is that determination, that if you want to do something, you have to have patience and keep doing it. And I asked you also, like, how is somebody able to do it? Like, some people feel like I can't continue. So do you have any story around it that's sometime in your life you felt like leaving it, don't do it, don't continue it, it's like too tedious? Has it ever happened, and how did you deal with it?
If I am going to say no, then it will be mistake. Sometimes, but that is for the time being only. For few years, maybe for few years only. That okay, why I am doing.
How did you bounce back then?
Because many people's discouraged me. Many people's created unnecessary problems. Lots of jealousy, lots of criticism, lots of conspiracy I have faced, and not only that. So those things sometimes made me that sometimes that is for the time being made me unhappy. But I realized that no, my determination, my vision and mission is different. I will proceed with my mission and vision with patience, love, determination, and I believe myself that I can achieve this. I cannot say that I am a successful. I became successful in this field, but definitely I have achieved something, or I am trying to achieve something day by day.
Thank you so much, Babar. It's been wonderful talking to you. It has always been wonderful talking to you and meeting you. Do you want to ask anything or share anything, some last words? Or
I have not any personal, I means I have not any question, or I don't want to ask anything. But whatever
any message you
discussion
wanna
we
share?
had today, I am going to conclude with these two, sentence from Robert Frost. That is, miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Yeah.
And
And we look forward to meeting you again and again and having more such conversations with you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.